A very good evening to you and welcome to Team Talk. I'm Keilan Webster. Let's have a look at tonight's lineup. Tom Bosworth chats about his new British record. Can the Hulks see off Loughborough students? And find out if Harry can mix it with some free kick experts. But first tonight, Sevenoaks skeleton bobsledder Lizzie Yarnold won World Championship bronze for Great Britain on Saturday. The event in Germany was Lizzie's first championship in 2 years, having taken a break from the circuit in 2015. She registered an overall time of 2 minutes 36.08, just 52 hundredths of a second behind the silver medal. Germany's world number one Jacqueline Lurling won the race, with compatriot Tina Hermann just behind in second. Another Sevenoaks athlete, Tom Bosworth, recently became British champion in racewalking and broke the British record in the process. We went to Leeds to chat about his success and look ahead to London in the summer.
It's always great to break a record, especially on home turf, because the crowd just get right behind you, and I never expected to go as fast as I did, but that's because of the home support. After last year, 6th in Rio at the Olympics, I don't know what to think really. Just more training exactly the same, and with a home crowd cheering me on, maybe I can push around to a medal even. It's going to be amazing on the Mall in front of Buckingham Palace. It's a Sunday afternoon, so hopefully there'll be thousands of people out there to support me, so anything is possible. The home crowd is like a 12th man in football, and that's the same for athletes on the track or on the road. It's just something different. In Rio I didn't have that and I finished 6th. Maybe I can hold on for a medal, who knows, and it is going to be, the crowd could be the difference.
Holcombe's women enjoyed a terrific weekend, picking up back-to-back victories on Saturday and Sunday. The men were also in action against Loughborough students, and James Shaw has the highlights.
Holcombe beat bottom of the table Loughborough 2-1 with 6 players missing on international duty. It was Loughborough who started for strongest, testing the Holcombe defence with a few penalty corners. Holcombe weathered the storm and Gareth Andrew opened the scoring, slipping it under the keeper. Loughborough are still in the game and were showing great determination. However, Nicholas Bandurak made it 2-0 for Holcombe with a fine turn to beat the defender and a neat chip over the keeper. Elliot Smith did pull one back for Loughborough with this blast. The second half was a stalemate, with Holcombe getting the better of the chances, but they failed to convert them. Holcombe captain Richard Lane was happy to grab another vital 3 points.
There's always injuries, so those guys who've come and played big minutes for us in the games where we've been missing players, and now I've got the experience, they've got the fitness, and they can come in and they can be called on in the future.
Holcombe moved up to second ahead of their game against Brooklands next weekend.
As ever, there was plenty of football taking place across the county at the weekend. Here's a roundup of what happened. Faversham were hoping to continue their good Ryman League South form when they travelled to Greenwich Borough on Saturday. After a tight start to the game, it was the playoff-chasing hosts that grabbed the early advantage, Mohamed Issa on hand to slam home the opening goal. Having taken the lead 6 minutes before the break, Faversham were punished again 6 minutes after it. Charlie McDonald's goals once helped Brentford to League 2 promotion, and with more finishes like this, the 36-year-old might just be the man to lead Greenwich into the Ryman Premier. Faversham were given the chance to get back in the game when Craig Holloway brought down Jordan Casey in the box. Former Queen's Park Rangers youngster Sam Buick tucked away the spot kick. Just when Town were threatening an equaliser, fortune shone on Borough. Will Godman's clearance appeared to strike the hand of Liam McDevitt, but with no foul given, the defender made it 3-1. There was still time for the Lily Whites to grab a consolation, Casey following up last week's free kick against Corinthian Casuals with a sweet strike into the bottom corner. The result means Faversham stay 11th. Elsewhere, Ramsgate were beaten by Dorking, Chatham picked up a good point at Hastings, Hythe edged out Sittingbourne, and Herne Bay produced a stunning comeback from 4-1 down to get a point at Walton Casuals. Gillingham moved 5 points clear of the relegation zone after beating Southend 2-1 on Saturday. Josh Wright scored twice, and he believes a new role has helped him to add goals to his game.
This is the first time the reins have been taken off me and people have said to me, go on, go get yourself in the box, one of you go, one of you sit, as long as you get back. And as I say, my fitness levels I believe are good and I feel are good, and if they're good then I can get up and down and hopefully I can keep doing it.
In the National League, Maidstone grabbed a decent point at Braintree, whilst Ricky Miller scored another hat-trick as Dover beat Eastleigh. It means Dover still remain in that final playoff spot, 2 points clear of Aldershot. Despite Maidstone's draw, they're still in the relegation zone with an identical record to Woking. In the south, Ebbsfleet picked up a win at Bath. Margate suffered their 17th consecutive defeat against Whitehawk, whilst Dartford conceded a last-minute goal to draw at Oxford. Ebbsfleet went back to the top of the table after Maidenhead drew at Hungerford. Dartford's draw means they are now 7 points off the pace. Margate continue to be rooted to the bottom of the table on 16 points. And finally, in the Ryman Premier, Folkestone lost at Harlow and Tunbridge Angels went 4th with a point at Jimmy Bullard's Leatherhead. Twins from Folkestone have become a YouTube sensation through their unique combination of free kick taking and goalkeeping skills. Harry Peets went to the Kent coast to meet them.
Charlie and Sammy Everson, or as they're known to their 25,000 subscribers, the Knuckleball Twins. Why? Because they can do this.
It started just as a hobby. We stopped playing competitively because we stopped enjoying it as such, and likes of injuries and the stress of playing competitively got to us. We thought, how else can we enjoy our football without the stress of competitive games and the nature of going through professional football systems?
We work with a company called Select Sports Artists, and through them we've worked with the likes of Paul Pogba and Eden Hazard, and even Pogba, where I was literally assisting the ball. It's just great to think that you don't have to be a professional player to meet professional players.
I met them at Three Hills Sports Park in Folkestone, where they agreed to give me a lesson.
So the first step is placing the ball. When we place the ball, I recommend 25 to 30 yards out from the goal. It's important to have the valve or logo on the ball showing. This will help you hit the centre of the ball. Step 2 is the run-up. When doing the run-up, I'd recommend taking 5 to 7 steps back from the ball. 1, 2. So I've gone for 6 steps back, and I'd recommend 1 or 2 to the left if you're right-footed, or 1 or 2 to the right if you're left-footed. Running up on your toes. As you approach the ball, you want the last stride in the run-up to be bigger. This will help you generate the power to hit the centre of the ball nice and cleanly. And the final step to hit the knuckleball is the contact. When striking a knuckleball free kick, it's really important that we're hitting the ball with the strongest part of our foot, and that is the instep. We're doing the contact, so once you strike the ball, we're cancelling the follow through to help us generate that knuckleball effect.
I'd seen the steps from the pros, so could I master the knuckleball free kick?
All set? Give it a go.
So didn't have the best of luck having a go at the knuckleballs, so I think it's about time to go in goal. Got my gloves on, see if I can save some. So I've had my session with the Knuckleball Twins. How do you think I got on, guys?
Yeah, did pretty well.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Definitely. I think for a newcomer, a knuckleball itself is so difficult to handle in the first session.
Yeah.
So I think it does take time, but I think it did pretty well. And again, made a few good saves and goal as well.
It's nice to get a few good goals, good saves in as well from everyone, so it's good stuff.
Thanks for letting me come down.
No worries, man.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Good
Thank you.
sesh.
That's all from us this evening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat using the handle KM_Team Talk. We'll be back next Monday with all the latest sports stories from across Kent. Good night.